Well, you mentioned hormonal, so that leads me to ask the question of why do men and women need different weight loss programs? I'm assuming they do.
Yeah, they do. Like, for instance, if a woman gains a little bit of weight, she could be estrogen dominant because the fat cells will produce estrogen. When a woman becomes estrogen dominant, she becomes low, as she ages, low in progesterone, testosterone, and estrogen dominance, which I got videos on the Russ Scala YouTube channel. You can see what happens. So a woman starts to gain weight, her estrogen goes up, her estrogen shuts down her thyroid. So now her metabolism slows down. And then she starts, well, I got to quit eating. She quits eating and her metabolism slows down even more, where in reality, ladies out there, you got 3 different estrogens in your body. You have estradiol, estrone, and estriol, right? Estradiol, estrone, estriol, progesterone, testosterone, thyroid T3 and T4, morning cortisol, insulin, and hemoglobin A1C. I can repeat that, slow it down, go back, write these down. Tell your doctor to test them. Test them on yourself if you're not losing weight. And if he doesn't know what to do with it, just call us and we'll point you in the right direction, right?
What about men and testosterone and like why is it that men lose weight differently than women, and how is it different?
Well, men, again, environmental toxins? Environmental toxins can estrogenize all of us, elevate estrogen levels.
Oh, estrogens, right?
Right, good girl. And as men age, like I said, fat distribution is genetically determined, hormonally regulated. As men age, your testosterone levels go down. And what happens when a man puts on body fat?
Get more estrogen.
His estrogen levels go up. So when he goes to the doctor and says, Doc, I need to lose weight, the doctor doesn't think about the male being estrogen dominant. So we've got to balance out his testosterone and balance out his thyroid. A lot of doctors go, well, let me put you on 100 milligram shot of testosterone a week. You can't treat testosterone in isolation. You got to look at the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis. It's a 3-legged stool, both in men and women. In women, it could be the ovary adrenal thyroid axis. So if I got a woman that's not losing weight or she stalls, then I'm going to look at her thyroid, T3 and T4. I'm going to look at her adrenal glands. Because remember, there's women out there that are working too hard. There's women that are moms. There's women that are going through divorce. There's women that are having tough times in their life. When I meet them, do you think I'm going to change their diet? No. They're eating a lot of carbohydrates to elevate their serotonin levels. I may be cutting out the only thing that's keeping them from going off the deep end. So you gotta meet people where they are. A lot of people that are going through a trauma or that are going through a tough time in life. I just did a video on grieving with Tom Picello a couple of days ago. And if you're going through a tough time, that isn't the time to go on a diet, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the diet probably isn't the best diet.
Right, exactly.
Well, let's talk about that. You mentioned, I think early on, well, let's put it this way. So when you're in the gym, a lot of things get talked about, different diets, paleo and keto and carnivore and vegetarian.
Right.
So is there a best diet that's best for everyone, or does it depend on the person?
Well, again, I try to do some therapeutic listening. Let me tell you, I had an Indian family I tested a few years back. I tested them and I found out they had low amino acids, low essential and low non-essential amino acids. I gave them that information and they added eggs into their diet. So I don't shoot down anybody. If you want to be a vegan, great. Let's get a baseline. Because if you're a vegan and you're not getting your amino acids, you're going to mine amino acids out of your own muscle tissue. The body is a wonderful compensatory mechanism. If you don't feed, and here's another one, folks, you are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. So your gut has a lot to do with pulling nutrients out of food. If your microbiome is out of balance, okay, and you're not pulling nutrients out of food, which happens as we age, your body, because it's a protective mechanism, is going to take 21 minerals, 13 vitamins, 9 amino acids, and 2 essential fats out of your own organs, out of your own muscle, out of your own lean tissue. So, one of the things that happens to people over 50 is sarcopenia, muscle wasting. Everybody's talking about weight loss. Well, nobody, I worked at an imaging center 10 years ago where we're imaging the body. We could see the muscle to fat ratio. That was a lot better than standing on a scale. If you stand on a scale, you don't get your muscle to body fat ratio. It doesn't give you the right reading. So you don't want to lose muscle mass, okay? That's like critical. And getting back to your question, Chrissy, people in the gym, I like when people work out at a gym together because it's our need for affiliation is met. You're sharing ideas. You're motivating each other. Anytime I meet somebody, I want somebody that I know they need to work out. I figure out where they are. Sometimes people are in such a bad spot, I just want them to get outside and have the sun hit their eyes and restart their circadian rhythm. Other times people are like, I'm ready to work out. And I go, do you want to work out by yourself or do you want to get in a group? So the group workouts are always better. I like that because of the sharing information.
The time is now for you to take control of your health. Everybody and every body has a story. Let us find out yours today.